What if I told you Loki's Conqueror's Haki can kill immortality? Not slow it down, not weaken it, but completely erase it. In the latest One Piece revelation, Loki did the impossible. He killed King Harald, a man blessed with immortality by Imu himself. And what Loki used was Conqueror's Haki on a completely different level. Welcome to Super Synth D Studio, where One Piece spoilers hit different. If you live for wild theories and hype breakdowns, hit that like button, drop a comment, give hype, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's dive in. Finally, the flashback of King Harald's death is officially revealed. And this flashback is extremely important because for the first time, we are shown how to kill someone who possesses immortality, a power directly granted by Imu-sama. Yes, during the massacre inside Oris Castle, Harald died together with all of the royal guards, and the one who killed him was Loki himself, his own son. This was already confirmed back in One Piece chapter 1143, that Loki was indeed the one who killed Harald. However, here Loki explains to Hadradin that he did not kill their father out of murderous intent from his heart. It is now clear that Harald himself asked Loki to kill him, because his body had already been completely taken over by Imu-sama. This revelation exposes a shocking fact. Loki is currently the only person in the world who has successfully killed a god's knight who possessed immortality. Even a legend like Xebec was only able to slow down St. Garling's regeneration during their clash at the God Valley incident. Scooper Gaban himself could only slow the regeneration of St. Summers when he split his body in two during the ongoing Elbaf incident. So the question is, how did Loki completely erase Harald's regeneration and immortality? In One Piece chapter 1152, Gaban gives Luffy advice on how to defeat the God's Knights. Gaban explains that they are not truly immortal. Then Gaban warns Luffy to be extremely careful with how he uses his Haoshoku Haki. When Loki hears this explanation from Gaban, he finally understands what kind of power he truly possesses. Loki even claims that he can defeat the God's Knights, because he had already fought one before. Yes, Harald himself. At this point, it becomes clear that the key to defeating the God Knights is Conqueror's Haki. But there are two crucial conditions. First, the Conqueror's Haki must be stronger than the Conqueror's Haki of the enemy. Remember Roger's statement during his fight alongside Garp against Xebec? At first, Roger and Garp couldn't injure Xebec at all, even though their attacks were coated with advanced Conqueror's Haki. Roger then told Garp that their Conqueror's Haki needed to surpass Xebec's if they wanted to defeat him, and boom! Roger and Garp finally defeated Rox D. Xebec, using the strongest combined technique they had. Rox didn't die, but he was freed from Imu's Domi Reversi technique. In One Piece chapter 1144, Jinbei states that, in this world, whenever there is a strange power, it usually originates from devil fruit abilities. That means Imu-sama's power most likely comes from a devil fruit as well, and the only force capable of neutralizing devil fruit powers is Haki among all types of Haki. Conqueror's Haki is the most effective at neutralizing devil fruit abilities. The most epic proof of this was when Emeth released Joyboy's Conqueror's Haki, which had been stored inside his body. That overwhelming Haki neutralized Imu's devil fruit power that had been granted to the Gorosei. As a result, Valkyrie, Jupiter, and Nushiro, who appeared on Egghead through the Abyss magic circles, were forcibly sent back to Mary Joieuse after Joyboy's massive Conqueror's Haki explosion. Not only that, all four Gorosei, including Saturn, were forced back into their human forms. Even Imu-sama himself shuddered and screamed upon feeling Joyboy's Conqueror's Haki. This means Loki's Conqueror's Haki is clearly stronger than King Harald's, and if Harald was fully controlled by Imu-sama, then Loki's Haki must be equal to, or possibly even stronger than Imu's. But Conqueror's Haki alone is not enough to truly neutralize immortality. One must use the highest level of Conqueror's Haki. There are 3 levels of armament Haki: coating, emission, and internal destruction. But for Conqueror's Haki, we have only been shown up to the emission level, where Conqueror's Haki can be flowed outward and used to coat attacks. We have not yet been fully shown advanced Conqueror's Haki at the level of internal destruction, because Conqueror's Haki at the emission stage can only slow down the regeneration of the God Knights. There is one final key, once again from Gaban's warning to Luffy, to be careful when using Conqueror's Haki. That word careful seems to refer to observation Haki, meaning Luffy must combine advanced Conqueror's Haki with advanced observation Haki to injure immortal God Knights. Gaban demonstrated this when he attempted to kill Gunko with a single fatal strike. His axe was clearly coated with advanced Conqueror's Haki, and he was also using Future Sight. But when the future he saw showed Colin's death, Gaban immediately gave up. As a result, Gunko overwhelmed him and sent him falling into the underworld. Oda also suddenly awakened Luffy's advanced observation Haki, allowing him to sense Chopper and Gaban falling into the underworld from the place where Loki was chained. Isn't that suspicious? Because Loki himself already possesses advanced observation Haki through his special eyes. Even with his eyes covered by bandages, Loki can still see everything clearly. He even sensed Gaban and Chopper falling into the underworld. So it is the combination of three abilities that allowed Loki to kill King Harald. First, Loki's Conqueror's Haki vastly surpassed Harald's. Second, Loki used advanced Conqueror's Haki at the internal destruction level, flowing his kingly Haki directly into Harald's body and destroying it from the inside. And third, he combined it with advanced observation Haki to locate the exact point where Imu's power resided inside Harald. That final strike hit the vital point, neutralizing Imu's devil fruit power and allowing Harald to finally die by Loki's hand. And this changes everything, because Loki didn't just kill a king, he proved that immortality is not absolute. If Conqueror's Haki reaches the right level, even the power of Imu can be erased. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. Drop your theory in the comments. Do you think Loki's Haki is already on Imu's level? Or is it even higher? This is Super Synth D Studio, and we're just getting started.